if they fall. Sorry, my cosplay sucks.
Hello, wonderful people here to watch some fun ass D&D. Welcome to another week, episode 31 to be precise. Got over that 30-week hump and we're ready to go. So, uh, go ahead and give a quick who you are, everybody. I know we got the template slideshow up, but go ahead and Mike, you first.
Yeah, sure. I was gonna say I'm right here. Hey, I'm Mike. I play Godric. Yeah, that cool little picture right there up front. You'll see me standing there with the shield, and I'm a Goliath cleric. Um, Basically, I'm made of stone, humanoid. I like to heal things. My intended goal is to vanquish some evils of the world and keep my party up and going.
All right, Pam.
Hi, everybody. I'm Pam. I'm playing Miss Holly. I am a half elf sorcerer, and apparently, I may have some type of relationship with Fitz. Last time I checked, so Holly's gonna go through a whole different type of episode, hopefully, going forward, and we'll see if she can find out more information regarding her past. But other than that, because now she's really emotional and stuff, due to her discoveries. She likes to burn shit and turn things on fire. But we'll see where it takes Holly this past next
All right,
episode.
Eric, you're next.
Yeah, I'm playing Willie, the mostly carnivorous barbarian. I'm on a new plane. There's a whole new menu of things to eat. I'm out here. I'm like it's a whole new buffet. I'm out there like Jasmine on the carpet, y'all. That's it. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. I'm sorry for that one, Dad.
It's all right, Jeremy.
Hey, I am playing Fitz, the Azamar Paladin. Just found out that apparently I have 31 children, not 30 like I previously thought. So now I realize I have to go into overprotective father mode, and it's all gonna get really weird.
It's still potential at this point. You guys are pretty sure, but you haven't officially figured it out yet.
Oh,
So,
oh no, as many strange random children as my wife brings home all the time, I don't even question it at this point. It's just okay, my child.
that's fair. That's fair. And Max, last but certainly not least.
Hi, I play Yindra's Nightclaw, the fighter, with my little shadow buddy, who is officially my shadow buddy now. Hee 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 hee.
Absolutely. Yeah, when we got Sir Fluffy Butt, Fitz's noble unicorn steed as well as Lyra, the living ship that you guys rescued from a spider horde some 15, 16 episodes ago, I think it was. And
And my other child, B.
yep, let's get into that. Aboard the ship, you have Trevor the Treant, who is bonded with the ship. You have the Treeborns, which are three dwarven druids that you hired to crew the Lyra. And you have Quartermaster B, a auto gnome. So fun stuff there. We left off last week. You guys had flown your ship across the Astral Sea to the only tear of record in the Astral Sea. And I can bring up a picture of the tear for all you wonderful viewers at home. This is what an astral tear looks like, just a big tear across the sky. And you flew into it. And unbeknownst to anybody, especially you, flying through it causes some psychic trauma, and everybody except for Godric fell unconscious as you entered the tear. And by everybody, I mean the crew members and Trevor included. Godric took some hasty action and climbed his way up the now diving ship to get to Miss Holly, who was piloting the ship, and was able to wake her up. And she made a couple of okay-ish checks and was able to get the ship to level out but wasn't able to steer it clear of land, and we left off with the ship crashing into the ground.
Hey, you know what? I mean, under the circumstances, I think she did a great job. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I'm not talking any shit. Starting off right away, I need everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw. Everybody. And Godric, I need a dexterity saving throw from you as well.
Okay.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
It's all right.
Sorry, I had to readjust the map first. Okay, you want a what?
Dexterity saving throw and then a Constitution saving throw from you.
Okay. Con
Constitution from
saving throw.
everybody else.
Con first.
Okay.
A whopping 7. And Dex. Yeah, matching
Perfect.
numbers. Not that great.
Perfect. Beautiful. And let's get one for Hamish as well.
Are you gonna cover the crew members as well?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. No, I wasn't sure. I didn't know. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, come on, get on that crap. What the hell?
Getting it. I'm getting it. All right. So it looks like.
Little Marvin Gaye. Let's get it on. Oh, sorry.
So everybody else was unconscious during the descent and the initial crash. Godric and Holly, you were the only ones who witnessed this. Sorry, the map doesn't represent it, but this sea of purple and bright fluorescent colored trees rapidly approaching you right before the impact. Unfortunately, Godric, on the impact, you were knocked unconscious. But both you and Holly were thrown out of the bridge onto the main deck. And Miss Holly, you are the only conscious person currently.
Oh my god, what just happened? Oh my god, oh my god. And I'm gonna just try to explore around, get down there if I can, jump, whatever, trying to find my
Make
friends.
make a perception check for me before you do anything.
Oh.
So with a 16, you obviously notice Godric laying on the deck right next to you, unconscious. You can look up and you can see Trevor, eyes closed, kind of hunched over. It's weird to see a tree bend, but he's definitely like slumped over. Um, and in between the rear and the front half of the ship, I'll circle it for you. You can see Amber and you can see Willie just off the side, but you can't see anything outside of this line from where you're at.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at Godric and be like, oh my god, wake up, wake up. And I'm gonna slap him. Please wake up. Please wake up.
Okay. Godric,
You're slapping rock, hun. You're gonna have to do a really good strength check for that.
Godric, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I'm shocked right now, okay? I'm just gonna try to slap him like, wake up, wake up. Please wake up.
Constitution. 18.
He doesn't wake up.
Oh fuck. Can I kick him?
Sure. Make an attack roll against him.
A random one?
So for you, I'm pulling up your sheet. Hold on. You're gonna roll a d20 and add 7 to it.
I'm just, you know, I know I shouldn't, but I got to tell her you're kicking a rock, hun. You,
I'm traumatized right now, Godric. That's my instinct to just kick you and try to wake you up like a normal human. Like just kicking you and waking you.
Well, a 15's not going to do it. So you're sitting there shaking him and you slap him across the face and he's still not waking up and you like stand up to go to kick him in the ribs and you're in such a hurried frenzy that your foot actually slips and you just fall on your butt and that kind of like snaps you to a little bit.
Such a Holly thing to do.
Do you say that
I'm
out
gonna
loud?
stab a. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my dagger at him, on his leg.
Ooh, cast
Do you,
stone to mud.
do you need newbie advice right now, Pam?
No, I'm playing Holly that she's traumatized. So she's trying to do stupid shit that probably doesn't make sense and it's not gonna wake him up.
Okay. Roll a dagger attack against Godric.
You know? Gotta keep it Holly. Like, still a 20?
No, go to your action tab and drop the +7 on.
Oh, my action dagger. Got it.
Yeah. Misses. You go to poke him and it just like dings off his breastplate armor.
Now, to be fair, should be prone. So I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
she would have that.
Okay, so roll it one more time. I didn't put all of the effects on you guys just because. Okay, yeah, it still dings off his armor.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Trevor because I give up. And I'm gonna see if try to talk to him like, buddy, are you okay? Trevor, friend,
There's no response.
friend. Oh no. And then she's just gonna start running to Amber and try to see if she can wake her up
Okay.
or how she's doing.
Give me an athletics check.
I suck at athletics.
Go ahead and roll a d10 for me. All right, so you go to run and run to where you saw Amber and forget that the ship is split in half and it's like a 20-foot drop to the ground, and don't have time to balance out into a roll. You fall and take 7 damage in doing so.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm just jumping around like I'm fucking Spider-Man at this point.
Okay. Then you go to Amber.
Wake up! Amber, wake up! Are you okay? Someone talk to me! God damn it!
Amber doesn't wake up.
Fuck! Run to Willie.
Willie, go ahead and give that Constitution saving throw because I know she's going to try and wake you up. Go ahead, try to wake him up.
Didn't we
I'm
get
gonna
advantage
scream at
on the
him.
con roll since she's technically helping us?
No, because you're all unconscious.
In order for help to help you, you have to be conscious enough to.
Know that what I'm doing.
Eric, you have a natural advantage to Constitution, right? It's not like a conscious thought
Let
thing.
me double check exactly because I have some always on stuff. I think it's my infernal constitution, possibly.
I think so too, which means that is going to stay and that's going to work. So you wake up.
Yeah. I yell as I wake up.
Oh,
I
thank
think.
God! Wake the fuck up, Willie!
Oh, I'll wake up. I'll shake my head and I'll look at you and I'll be like, "Where's Godric? We should have woken him up first."
He's unconscious. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Nobody's waking up. I tried talking to Amber and Trevor, and I don't know. Help me. Help me. Where's
I'll
everybody else?
I'm gonna stand up here and I'm gonna kind of like shake my head, like get the cobwebs off, and I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna be like, "Don't worry, this isn't my first shipwreck." And I'm just kind of look around though. I'm gonna say, Although I don't know how we managed to crash, this planet is huge. How could you not have missed this?
As you go to stand up, roll a straight d20 for me.
Worst hangover ever. That's great, Wyatt.
Okay. You stand up, you can feel the aches and pains like you just got thrown from a ship as it crashed into the ground, but nothing seems severely damaged.
Well, where did you say Godric was at?
He's up there. Up there.
I'll go wake him, and I'll kind of point the other direction towards the bow of the ship, and I'll be like, see if you can find anybody else. I'll
Okay.
find you when I get Godric. And I will move to climb up this part of the ship.
Yeah, it's there's enough framework and stuff there that you don't have any issues climbing up.
That's right. I'm really good at climbing. So not a big deal. I'm gonna, as I walk over to Godric, I'm gonna look over at Trevor and kind of assess what I see from the tree situation going on there.
Okay, make a perception check for me. Pam, go ahead and move Miss Holly to wherever you're gonna go first.
That's sad. I was proficient too.
So Trevor, he looks like a slumped over tree ant with his eyes closed.
And again, I'm gonna
And Mike
walk.
just looks like he's unconscious. You're right next to Godric already.
I'm gonna I guess I'll kneel down next to him. And I'll give him a good shake.
Okay. Mike,
Grab
go ahead.
him by.
Go
I
ahead
assume
with
you're
your
wearing your
Constitution
armor
save.
right now.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, I was full suit, ready to go through that portal.
How do you want me to roll this?
Got a mallet?
Well, I'm just shaking him. Does it have any effect?
Roll a
Oh,
Constitution saving. I'm waiting for him to roll.
Roll, Mike. Dang, come on.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Cool. That's a good roll. You just needed the touch.
He doesn't wake up.
Fucking doesn't wake up. That's rough. That's rough.
Real quick, we'll come back to you in a second, Eric. Miss Holly, you come over to the edge of the stream. You can see both Thorin and Hamish there with Yurndris and Sir Fluffy Butt a little bit behind them in the stream.
I'm gonna try to wake. I'll try to wake someone, whether it's Reborn, Hamish. I'm just walking like between the two, kind of slapping them around at this point, just very anxious, very just.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you walk and give Thorin a quick shake and a slap across the face. He wakes up. Hamish does not. As Thorin kind of wakes up and grugs a little bit, he's nonverbal and looks around and sees the ship ripped in half, and he runs off towards the ship.
I'm gonna try to wake up Yendris.
Okay. Max, go ahead and give
Moving
me a
him
Constitution saving throw, please.
with all my little strength. Wake up! Please wake up!
You wake up, Yurndris.
Oh, thank God.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Wake up! Please help Hamish! Please!
He's gonna stumble up and he's gonna go, I haven't felt like that since I met my wife. Fuck!
No time for jokes! Hamish is unconscious! And I'm just gonna run to Sir Fluffy Butt.
Okay, we're gonna pause you there and jump back to Eric while Yurndris is getting up and collecting himself. Eric, what you got for us?
Well, he didn't wake up. So, I'm going to use a little known technique. known as the Barbarian Mind Meld. Okay,
Okay.
so
Go ahead and
If
lay
it's a
this one out for us.
okay, what I'm going to do here is
I'm
I'm going to rage. Okay.
I'm gonna say, let me label this. If it's a tea bag, I'm gonna wake up and punch you.
Okay, so I'm gonna rage. I know.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm using my rage. I'm like kind of over and I'm like, it's time to wake up, and I'm going to punch him in his face while he is.
So first off, make an unarmed attack against him
Hold on, let me first.
with
Let me
advantage. Well, he's marked prone, so it'll do advantage on its own.
make sure that I am raging real quick. It's on here.
Critical hit. Godric's dead. Everybody's fucked.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my. I'll make a tail. I guess that seems
Okay.
like a good idea. Then I'll use my hand to hit him. So, how do you want this? Just like a straight.
An
No,
unarmed attack. So a D20 plus your strength plus your proficiency bonus.
It's gonna drop a D20. Do some math.
We're gonna add 7 to that. Does a 17 hit Godric?
No.
Okay, so caught up in your rage, you go to swing down at him and just miss his chin and deflect off the shoulder plate. Pretty sure a 22 hits though.
At advantage.
Yes, a 22 would hit.
Okay.
Okay, fantastic. So as I hit him, I use my ability, my infectious fury.
Okay.
Okay,
What is that?
and that's fair. Let me see if I filled out the box on here.
You sure didn't.
Hold on, I'll bring it up. I thought I put it in there.
Is that specific to the Path of the Beast stuff? Yep,
Yeah.
there it is. I got it. When you hit a creature with your natural weapons while you're raging, the beast within you can curse your target with rabid fury. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, which is going to be a, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 to beat. So you succeed or suffer one of the following effects. Target must use a reaction to make a melee attack against another creature of your choice, or the target takes 2d12 psychic damage.
Yeah, I was going to make him attack me back. That's what I'm attempting to do anyway.
That checks out. However, he succeeded on his save, so it doesn't work, and I need you to roll unarmed damage against him, which is going to be a 1d6 plus 3.
D6, maybe the damage will wake you up. It'll still work.
So that'll be 4 damage to Godric. And go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for me, Godric.
Oh, nat 20. Look at that.
Godric still does not wake up.
Damn you, Godric.
I don't know what else I could do, bro. It's a nat 20. You don't do better than a nat 20.
You fucking roll a 21 or you go home.
You know,
Okay. All right, let's go back to Holly and Yinderson. I have to reformulate my plan here.
Okay, let's jump over. Miss Holly, while Yundris was standing up, you ran over to Sir Fluffybutt.
after that, there's only one more course of action, but I'm not going to say it
Wait.
because I'm out.
Oh, I'm gonna shake him and touch his face, like.
He kind of twitches a little bit, but he doesn't come to consciousness.
I'm gonna kick him.
Roll a d20 and add 7 to it.
Oh God.
You completely miss the unicorn. Oh no! Roll at advantage. Roll it one more time.
Advantage. Okay, hold
Yeah,
on.
because he's prone. Okay, yeah. Roll a d6 for me.
Better.
Of course, you max it out too. Look at you. So you kick him in the gut, dealing 6 damage to him. And he wakes up.
Oh, thank God. Oh, Fluffy. Thank you. Thank you. And
He
I'm just gonna
wakes
run.
up, is super not happy about just being kicked in the gut. And Jeremy, if you would please roll a hoof attack against Miss Holly.
Okay.
Dang it, Holly.
I
You
mean, you
know,
anger an animal, it's gonna happen. It's
it is what it is. At least it's alive.
She's gonna be like Olaf.
That. Hold on, let me drop it on her. Pretty sure that hits. It misses. Just barely misses her. She's just able to, like, as the hoof kicks out. And then Sir Fluffy Butt, of course, would jump up and run straight over to Fitz, being of their telepathic bond. So you guys are both over there, and we're going to pause you, Pam, and jump over to Max, who just stood up and took inventory. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me real quick, Max. Perfect. Your general inspection, nothing seems disfiguratively wrong with you. Just normal, I got thrown off a ship damage.
like that's a normal thing.
Yeah, totally. He gets thrown off of ships all the time.
Right?
It happens.
He's gonna run over to Hamish.
Okay.
And he's gonna pet him and like talk loud, not too loud, but like loud in his ear and be like, "Come on, buddy, it's me. Wake up."
Okay. I will let this roll go with advantage because he is attuned to you and your voice.
Woo!
He still doesn't wake up though.
What the frick, frag? Okay. I'm gonna start shaking him a little bit. Like, you know how if a dog or a cat is really heavily asleep, you just start rubbing them and they just their body just starts shaking.
Yeah, there's response from the stimuli, but he's still unconscious. So, like, you go to hit the nerve on the top of the rear hip, and his leg twitches, and you do the sternum rub, and he just doesn't open his eyes and come to. So he's alive.
What?
You've confirmed he's alive.
Okay.
With that, we're going to pause you for a moment and jump back over to Eric. Eric, you glance up from Godric at just a moment. You can see Thorin down where the lower hold was, currently carrying over Amber.
Just so Yerndris knows, Whiteout in the chat made a reference to it's just another Friday night for Yerndris. Crashing into ships, you know.
All right. I'm going. I'm still raging. Godric isn't awake. I'm going to grab him by his feet. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give him, and I'm gonna be like, Apollo told me to tell you it's time to wake up. And as I say this, I'm going to start spinning and I'm going to throw him like an Olympic hammer throw, just as hard as I can towards the river.
Make a strength check.
What are you gonna do now, DM? Huh?
Athletics. Sorry, athletics. Make an athletics check.
Could I do athletics? That would be.
I think we're
You
gonna
got
get him.
bamboozled, man. Oh!
You see anybody looking, so Yerndris, you would see just Godric flying off the edge of the ship, and landing in the water. Godric, make a Constitution saving throw. As he splashes, you see the big poof of water. The water falls, and the stream continues flowing normally. Godric remains submerged in the water.
Oh no!
Free Willy!
Okay. I will then use my movement to move here.
Okay, we're gonna pause you there. Miss
Whiteout
Holly,
thinks you're missing out on not trying a wet willy, Willie.
he just did a wet something, that's for sure.
Maybe that's his version of a wet willy.
Miss Holly, back up to you.
I just turn around and I just see Godric fly into the water. I'm like, oh, fucking A. Fuck. Fitz, wake up! Wake up!
Fitz, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, give me just a second. I was sharpening a knife.
Not a problem.
Hey! There, no, you're not cutting me open. That's not gonna wake me up.
This isn't for you. This is for the big block of cheddar cheese I got to have.
So I
Cheese
will
on
say,
crackers.
Okay.
there are a lot of times when I'm not prepared for stuff, but I looked up drowning in the D&D handbook, and Godric, you currently have 4 rounds. You have your Constitution modifier worth of rounds of breath before you start drowning. Just so we're aware.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna matter here, but just so we're aware. Fitz, you come to. You are conscious.
See, I don't know what your problem was, Godric, and Natty 20 got me up.
Fitz! Fitz!
Whoa!
Slapping him.
What? Ow! I'm awake. Stop.
Roll a strength
Let's-
d20 for me now that you're awake.
Let's Godric! We're losing him!
As you spend this first round just kind of giving yourself a once over, there's no broken bones, no abdominal pain that would indicate internal bleeding that you can determine. You seem okay given the situation.
Huh.
And Miss Holly's screaming something about Godric getting thrown in the river.
Oh, fuck.
With that, we are going to jump over to Yerndris.
I'm gonna pull out some jerky out of my pocket, and I'm gonna wave it in front of his nose while still talking to him to wake up.
Okay. That does it. He immediately wakes up, snatches the jerky out of your mouth, doesn't get up, but like stretches and snatches the jerky out of your mouth and just chews it while he's laying there.
Perfect. I
He's
am
very
then
sleep
going
motivated.
to run over to Godric and Willie.
Okay.
And if Hamish wants to follow, he can. I don't really.
So you make it about
Right
there,
there?
and that's where we're gonna pause you. You'll be able to finish it up when we come back around.
Cool.
Yeah. We're over to you, Willie.
Okay. I got more plans. It's okay, Godric. I'm not going to give up on waking you up. I am going to wait out here, and I will grab him, and I will drag him back on the shore where he is not drowning.
Okay. The water is about thigh deep at its lowest point. So just low enough that you would drown if you're laying down, but not necessarily enough to be an issue passing through. It's a stream, not a river.
I'm dragging him out of the water. I'm like, it's a shame you weren't awake to see that throw because that was good. Does he still just look completely unconscious?
He's out.
Well, I didn't want to have to do it, but
Not that you really took a look at him when you walked up, you just started slapping him, but he doesn't look any different than when you first looked at him.
when I walk up and start slapping people, if they're awake, they start saying stuff. So that's fair. I am going to reach into my pouch.
Okay.
And I have 5 astral leeches from the side of the ship. I'm going to pull one of those out.
You don't have astral leeches, you have their husks.
Whatever I got. Okay, I'm going to take one out. I'm going to take it. I'm going to dip it in a little bit of water. I'm going to walk up to Godric, plop it right in his mouth, and I'm going to smack his cheek and be like, "You awake? I got 5 more. We'll fill you up."
Give me that Constitution saving throw, Godric. Nothing.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good on that. I got more. I'll wait till next time.
All right. We're going to jump over Miss Holly.
Running to B.
Okay, let's not put you on top of him. There we go.
Wake up! B, wake up!
Where's his sheet? There it is. He doesn't wake up. You go to like smack him on the cheek, and it's like smacking an armor plate because he's made of metal. We'll come back to you. Fitz, what are you up to?
Am I aware at all of this drama between Godric and Willie?
Well, Miss Holly told you that she saw Godric getting thrown from the ship into the stream, and that's all you know. Make a perception check for me, actually.
Do I have all my gear?
Yeah. You
Nah.
think you make out vague threats about "I'll shove 4 more in your mouth" coming from the direction of the ship, but you're not sure what you make out.
Okay, sounds like he's fine. I'm gonna rush over here to get to Bairn.
Okay. Is Fluffy
Not-
Butt following you around, or are you gonna have him do something else?
If I end up with
Yeah.
unicorn piss on my head, dude, we're gonna tussle.
But that could cure anything.
You do realize that I have lesser restoration that could just snap you out of it right away, right?
Remember the comment I made earlier about the one path I could think would work?
What was that? The lesser restoration?
You. You in general.
No.
Glitter
Yeah,
piss. You
I-
never know. I mean, if it's glitter. It's a unicorn after all.
That's true.
All right. So you get over to Bairn there, or what are you doing?
I am going to hit him with 5 points of lay on hands.
Okay.
And shout, "Wake up!"
He does not wake up. You see some of the minor scratches and bruises on his forearms dissipate, but he does not wake up.
Wheel.
And we will come back to you on the next turnaround. Urindris, you close the gap over to Godric. Make a perception check.
Okie dokie. I'm out of. Oh, my bad.
You take a look at Godric as you come running up, and for a moment you could swear that he's translucent. Like there's just a brief moment when you run up and you're looking at him that you swear you could still see him but see through him at the same time. And as soon as you blink, it's gone.
That's bizarre. Um, does Willie see the confusion on my face?
Willie, make a perception check.
Willie's far too busy playing with his husks.
That's why I'm making him roll for it. See if he.
This is gonna determine me telling him whether or not I saw that.
Yeah, I'd say he sees you walking up and you kind of do the fuck look, and he notices it as you're walking up.
I will completely misinterpret it, and I'm going to be like, I know he won't wake up. I tried the water. Maybe use your breath.
That's not what I was. He's translucent. Did you not see that?
I'll like step back and look at him.
You don't see anything. You don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know. I threw him down here. He felt pretty solid.
Um. Okay, he's gonna shake his head a little bit. And he's gonna go breath weapon. I don't think I should use that on the man who saved my life many times. I don't want to kill him. Because electricity and water do not mix.
That could be the key to waking him up, though.
Just yell clear first. It always works.
I can try it, man, but if he dies, we're kind of shit out of luck.
Hamish comes kind of half limping up behind you, like not enough that it seems serious, but he's definitely hurt a little bit.
Okay. Um.
I'm gonna look around. I'm just gonna be like, I don't really. We could always try to hit him again.
I don't.
While you guys
Listen,
are
buddy.
discussing the proper course of medical treatment, Miss Holly, you managed to get B awake and kind of start helping him back over to the ship. Fitz, you managed to get Baron awake and are assisting him in coming back to the ship. As you come up to the corner, you can see Willie and Yerndris over by the creek bed, very loudly discussing the proper course of attack to use to wake Godric up. We're gonna stop the turn by turn now that we're not all spread out, and you guys can kind of free talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you guys are coming over here, you hear us, and we're just basically like, you could hit him. Maybe the electric is the way to go. I'm not entirely sure. And then when you guys walk up, I'll be like, guys, what do you think? We can't wake Godric up, and we can't decide if we should keep hitting him or try to electrocute him. Fitz, you're good at this. Which one do you think we should do?
Everybody give me a perception check. Everybody give me a perception check. Everybody who's conscious.
Oh, sorry. I'm just here
I was sitting
like.
here, I was like, man, it's taking you guys forever to get to roll with that.
Thought the wheels in your head were turning, trying to figure out what to say.
So Miss Holly is still hysteric, but everybody else, as you're
Whoa,
standing
whoa,
there.
whoa, 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 wait. That was a nature check, Miss Holly.
Oh yeah. Reroll that, Pam.
Oh my God! Hold on, my bad. My hand. I'm telling you, I'm still shocked, man.
There you go.
Oh, perfect. As Fitz and Miss Holly walk up and kind of turn expertise of medical treatment over to Fitz, you're all looking at his body and you see him kind of phase out, translucent just for a split moment before he resolidifies.
Not again.
No.
I swear I didn't do that.
Bug it. Lesser restoration.
Okay. You perform your casting of lesser restoration, it there's no change.
All right, do the breath weapon.
But hold on, Fitz. This isn't the first time he's gone translucent. I saw it once before, but Willie didn't see it. Does that mean anything?
He phases
Hmm.
again.
He did it again.
What is happening?
Miss Holly, is there
Yes.
anything arcanically you can think of that might explain this?
I I
He phases
She's
again.
shaking.
Uh, go ahead and since you're being hysteric, Pam, I need you to make an Arcana check at disadvantage
Oh no.
Oh god.
while you're thinking he phases again. Roll it one more time, Pam. That's religion from Fitz. My bad.
Arcana?
Yep, Arcana at disadvantage. Fitz, you don't recall anything religious about this.
Okay.
Pam, you have no clue what's going on, but you notice that when he goes translucent, he kind of looks like the astral sea, like the blacks and purple twilights.
Why are you turning? What's going on with you?
He phases again.
Who are you? Rick.
I'm
I just look.
unconscious. What do you want me to do?
And
I'm
again.
just speaking out loud. And then I look at Fitz and I'm like, help him! Andress! Willie! Anybody!
Ew.
I'm gonna try and remove curse.
Okay. Anything specific you need to do for that? There's no roll for it or anything, right?
Mm. At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end.
Okay. You cast remove curse and lean over and touch Godric right on his bald ass head, and no, nothing seems to happen. Um, he phases again though.
Can I grab his bag of holding? Is that a thing?
Yeah, you can take it from him.
I
For
mean, you know.
for inventory purposes, we're gonna have Mike maintain that, just so we don't have to transfer everything over to you. But yeah, you, for all intents and purposes, have the bag of holding.
Pull that off.
He
You know.
phases again. As you guys have kind of been watching and monitoring him, you're noticing that the phases are happening in quicker intervals. So between the first one Yurndris noticed and the second one Yurndris noticed, which was the first one everyone else noticed, was maybe like 10 seconds. At this point, you're down to about 3 seconds in between phases, and it's getting less and less each time.
Breath
I'm
weapon.
afraid my man is gonna explode.
Okay.
We're
At
gonna
this
zap him.
point, I
Smite
am
him.
praying to Apollo, god of medicine and healing,
Okay.
hoping that maybe my holy that maybe Paylor, patch me into Apollo, please. Can you transfer me to his department?
I will say you don't have like a divine intervention or anything, do you?
I mean, I've got my channel divinities.
That's not the same thing. I think divine intervention is a cleric thing once you hit a certain level. I don't know if paladins get it or not, but I'll say roll a d100. You sit and say your prayers, asking Paylor to get in touch with Apollo to help one of his clerics, and nothing seems to happen. He keeps phasing quicker and quicker.
Can I run to the ship with all of those potions that we just bought and sift through to see if I can find anything
You
that
can,
might help?
and thank you for reminding me. You were the one who rolled high on the check, right?
Yes.
Max?
Yes, it was.
Perfect. So out of those 100 potions that were purchased, 78 of them were perfumes or inert liquids that had no use. There was 1 potion of cloud giant strength, 3 potions of greater healing, 1 potion of growth, 5 potions of healing, and 1 potion of storm giant strength. There were a little bit more than that. Some of them broke into impact. That's what you would currently have remaining at this point.
Okay.
Can we?
It's
Can
in
that
the
be
party
put
sheet.
on the? Okay. Well then, let's just shift that over to the. Because I see there's a pin for the Laird's supplies.
Yeah. Did I put them on there already? I don't remember.
No, but I'm just saying we could shift it from the party sheet into the ship's inventory.
You can type on that inventory sheet if you want to transfer them over.
Yeah, I'll get them over there.
All right. I'm gonna start hitting Godric with lay on hands and just shaking the shit out of him like I'm trying to get a baby to shut up.
Okay.
Just screaming to wake up.
How many points were you going to give him?
I've got 45 left.
Okay. Before you check those off, though, how many of them were you intending on giving him? As many as it
I'm gonna
takes,
give
or do you have a set amount?
everything I've got. I'm just dumping it into him until he wakes up.
Okay. So mark 20 of those off because he keeps phasing in and out. So as you're slapping, only about every third slap is actually connecting with him as he's phasing and your hand is passing through him. And it's going really fast now. It's like ding 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 ding. And you're
It's not letting me transfer to the inventory sheet for some reason. I can get it from the party sheet and I can get it into my inventory.
It's because the Lyra inventory is a note. You have to manually type on it. You can't drag and drop.
Oh, damn. Okay.
But he is dinging. You're trying to slap with some lay on hands. Yurndris and Willie are just like, what the fuck? Pam is in back, like pulling her hair out, like, oh my god!
Oh, it's set to read only. I can't change it. That's why.
All right, we'll get to that here in a second. And
yeah,
after you connect 20 hit points worth of slaps to Godric, he poofs and pause for dramatic effect. As soon as he poofs, a turtle appears directly where he was.
Twiddle? What the twiddle?
What the turtle?
The twiddle? Can I yell at Holly and say, "Did you cast banishment on my man?" Not like be mean about it, but just like, "Did you cast banishment?"
No, absolutely not. I know I crashed the goddamn ship, but no, I didn't do any spells on any of one of you. How can you say that?
No.
I don't know. He just fucking vanished, man.
I don't fucking know. Don't look at me like that, like I'm the evil witch out of the fucking sudden. I don't know. I don't know.
For the record, this turtle is lying on the ground, unconscious currently.
But, wait a minute.
Hey, I know. Maybe if we kill the turtle, that'll bring Godric back.
How about we not do that?
Don't.
Wait.
Why?
Isn't it food?
Wait. You guys. It looks familiar. Wait. Don't.
What do you mean it looks familiar? It's a turtle, my guy.
Just give me a second. Just let me think for a moment.
Fitz has already got a pot set out for turtle soup.
I have a good pirate recipe for turtle soup.
I typed all those potions on that inventory sheet so you can see them.
Willie,
Appreciate
stay
it, thank you.
away from it. It's not food. Fitz, don't say that. I must be going crazy. This can't be. And she just stays there like on shock. Holly shock, if that could happen.
Who is this man? Turtle thing. Tell us.
Turtles are people too.
Michael, Michael, Angela? And she's like super confused, just looking at it like. Michelangelo?
If you're waiting for a response, I'm unconscious.
He's
I'm not. I'm just looking at it.
laying
Okay.
on the ground unconscious.
Don't kill him. I know him.
You do recognize him as the turtle that helped get you passage to Libishur in episode 1.
That's why I'm kind of recognizing him,
Yep.
but it took me a moment.
Him and Godric brought you from Litbog in Libishur to Harthen in Lothrin at the beginning of the campaign.
Don't kill him, guys. I know him. I think I'm 200% I know him. Yeah, I know him. Willie, don't eat it. I know him. Let's wake him up, guys. We need to help him, not kill him. Let's try to wake him up.
You want me to electrocute him?
If it
About all I
works,
can do.
let's not kill him. Fitz, you got any other plan to wake up a turtle? I look at Hamish. You want to lick him? See if that does anything?
Come on, guys. Don't sit all day staring at an unconscious turtle.
All right, I'm gonna roll him over.
Okay. Are you rolling him face down or just onto his side?
Back, I assume. I assume he was face down.
No, he's on his back.
Oh, perfect, right then. I'm gonna take one of the 4 husks I got left and stick it in his mouth.
The second it touches his lips, he and opens his eyes. He's now conscious. You're now conscious, Michelangelo.
You're staring up at my ugly, red, disgusting face.
I'm gonna go wide-eyed. Look around. Look at Idris up and down. Look at Fitz. Look at Fitz and kind of give him a little smile. Look at Willie up and down and kind of shake my head a little bit. And then I'm gonna look at Miss Holly. And I can put my hands up and give her a big toothy grin.
I'm gonna hug the turtle.
I mean, obviously I'm laying on the ground, so I'm gonna do the best I can to give you a hug back, and then I'm gonna try and get on my feet.
I'm gonna jump on top of the turtle, if that makes sense. Like hugging is like me jumping on top of it. That's what Holly does.
So
it's a Holly hug.
Go ahead and make a strength check, trying to get up with her still attached to you, Mike.
Oh yeah, sure. 7.
Yeah, you kind of do the turtle roll and roll off to the side is where you end up. So now you guys are just laying on the ground on your sides and her latched onto your chest.
All right. Well, I'm gonna look at her and tap my chest and that hey, I missed you. That
You say telepathically.
no, I'm not saying anything telepathically. It's just that the gesture of, friend.
And I'm gonna kind of touch the turtle, and a tear comes out my eyes, like, friend. And she's just
Um,
here.
can I see a rock near me?
Yeah, there's one right by your head, right between Fitz and your Indris there.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the rock, and then look at Miss Holly, and I'm gonna point at my eye, and then I'm gonna point at the rock.
Yes, I remember.
Am I the only one not seeing a token?
Yeah, we're not seeing a token, so we're just talking to the
Oh.
air.
Hold on, my bad.
That's what's been throwing me off is
I didn't do that right because it was going to take him a minute. I didn't know it wouldn't work though. Can you see it now?
No.
Sorry. No. Wait, maybe because I'm on top of it, guys.
You're not on top of it.
No, according to my screen, I'm there. I'm right next to you. I'm in between everybody.
I don't see it.
Uh-uh.
Close the map, and I'll reshare it.
Okay. There it is.
Everybody see him now?
Yes. Glorious turtle. Oh,
And I'm just gonna like hug him again, like on the laying there, like, friend.
All right. So at this point, this is not the response I was expecting. So yeah, Miss Holly, in,
Yes.
in in your head, you're gonna hear Godric.
What? What did? What did you do to him?
I'm
Did you
I'm I'm I-
reincarnate it in
I'll
him?
point at I'm pointing at my eye again.
um,
Just for reference, none of the rest of you heard Godric. Only Miss
Right.
Holly
yeah.
did.
Did he? Is he gone?
And he just lowers his head and shakes a little bit. One more time, telepathy. You're gonna hear me say, "Looking for Godric."
Holly's just staring at him. Did you save him?
Shakes his head no. And I'm gonna repeat in your head, "Looking for Godric."
He's not here. He's you now. He reincarnated in you.
And he's gonna shrug and shake his head like, "What?"
He's you.
Holly, now that you've calmed down a little bit, make another Arcana check. Just a regular one.
I've calmed down really a lot, honestly, but okay. She's like, a lot of emotions are going on. Okay.
Not a whole lot of new information comes to mind, other than what any of you would be able to assume, which is that Godric phased out and Michelangelo phased in.
do I? Side note: do I have a piece of what we talked about in my hand?
Text me because I don't remember what you're talking about. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
this is why everyone hates the fucking Feywild.
I just look at
Shit.
everybody while he's doing that. Like, he saved me with Godric. He
Oh,
saved
that's why.
me. But now he may be Godric. And I look at everybody kind of confused.
Well, if we can't eat him, we might as well see about fixing the ship.
No, Willie, you cannot eat him. It's not all about eating.
as you glance over to the ship, Willie, you can see the 3 dwarves all kind of working on each other, patching up wounds and whatnot.
Okay. In this time
yes.
frame, I am standing up. By the way.
Yes, you do, Godric.
Okay. So I look down at my hand and I see a piece of crystal in my hand, and I look at Miss Holly and say, I don't say anything. I point at the crystal and I do like a touching motion, but I stop like just a half an inch from actually touching it again. And then I just point like here, right here.
Miss Holly, you would
And
recognize that crystal or that crystal shard as part of the crystal from when you were in the tower in the Shadowfell.
How how do you have that? Why would you have that?
I'll point to my eye and then point to the stone.
Yes. The crystal brought you here,
I shake my head, yes.
and it took Godric back.
I shrug my head and, I don't know.
Okay. The crystal got you here, just like it got me here originally.
I just shook my head, yes.
Okay. Okay. We'll figure it out.
And I kind of point at all these people sitting around staring at me and then do a shrug. Looking at you, Miss Holly.
Real quick.
These are my
hold on.
friends.
I'm going to interrupt you guys. Fitz, I saw you went over by the dwarves and did some lay on hands. Do you want to give those to anyone in particular or just spread them out?
I'm just spreading them out amongst them since I see they were patching up their wounds and stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
We're gonna need them at their full health. We're gonna get this thing back together. Yeah, 25 worth.
Okay.
I look at Mike Angela and I'm like, friends. These are family. Friends
And I
and
shake
family.
my head and smile.
Even the dog. And I point at Hamish. And the unicorn. It's fluffy butt.
He glances over, glances at you, and just gives you the thumbs up.
We're all friends and family. No harm.
And I turn and look at Willie, and I kind of give him a little bow.
He's good. He's crazy, but he's family.
I'm going to meet you. Not all of you. I mean,
I turn and look at Yurndris and give a little bow.
He's great.
Mike, why don't you take a moment to, now that you're standing and they can actually see you, why don't you go ahead and describe what they're seeing?
Okay, so essentially what you guys are seeing is a 6 foot tall turtle. He's brownish gray shell. He's got deep blue eyes. There's no armor per se, like standard leather or anything like that. It's just his shell with backpack and belts, things to hang things from, that kind of stuff. He's got a set of nunchucks on his side. And he actually has a little mask hanging from the other side. And you will see what looks to be some type of, almost like a brass knuckle almost on either hand. One is white, one is black.
That's exactly what they are. They're knuckle dusters.
Yeah.
It's like Jing and Yang.
Mm. You, so he, kind of dusts himself off a little bit and looks at Miss Holly and kind of shrugs a little bit and goes, telepathically, he'll say, looking for Godric. And then points at the stone and goes, I don't know, shrugs and points to, like, where he's standing.
Maybe when you were looking for him, at the same time, the crystal generated some type of energy that took him where you came from, and you turned out to be here. You see, right now, we were going back home, technically, and unfortunately, we had a crash. And I crashed the ship because I was the one
Hmm.
steering it. And Gotrek was just getting transparent by the minute, and then one thing led to another, and he disappeared, and now you're here. Were you doing anything, any spell, or were you like, what were you doing before you ended up here? What were you doing with a crystal? Where did you get that from?
Um, he'll take a stick or something close by and in the ground in front of him and kind of draw a picture of a tower.
So you were in the tower
He
where we
just
left
grins and
off.
nods his head, yeah. And then he does the eye thing and points at the rock.
Were anybody else when before you ended up here?
I shakes his head no.
So Gotrek is probably were in the tower, since now you're here.
He just shrugs and gives you the I don't know look.
Okay, we'll figure it out. I think there's a lot going on in just 15
Okay,
minutes.
he's going to point at you and kind of raise his eyebrows a little bit and give you the thumbs up. Like,
Yeah, it's okay.
It's hard to read body language over Discord
yeah,
video. So if you want to give like the hey, points at you and gives a thumbs up, kind of meaning
yeah,
this, I'm
yeah.
perfectly okay with
Meaning
that.
like you okay?
Yeah, just
Like,
keep it
yeah,
vague is all I ask.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He'll shake his head and smile and he'll point at the ship and kind of like a let's help you guys do what you got to do because
Thank you. Let's try to fix the ship. And everybody's okay, which is all that matters
he smiles
right
to
now.
give you the thumbs up.
All right.
Okay.
Fitz, as you were over working healing with the Treeborns, you would notice that Quartermaster B is already sifting through the wreckage and preparing an inventory list of sorts.
Yep, that's my industrious little boy.
The Treeborns, they're definitely feeling better than they were 10 minutes ago, but they're still working some bandages and some minor healing to themselves, doing what they can to get themselves up to snuff. All right, what's everybody doing?
Well, I can tell you that Michelangelo, he's a little out of sorts a little bit. So he's kind of surveying the land a little bit and looking at the ship, knowing that he doesn't know anything about ships other than he's been on multiple ships.
Okay.
But
Have Michelangelo give me a perception check.
20?
Beautiful.
30,
So yeah,
20.
he sees the ship in its entirety, sees the crash streak behind. It's very clear to him that the ship came down from the air when it crashed. He notices Trevor still slumped over unconscious up on the top deck. Um, and of particular note, he notices the trees are weird. The purples, the oranges, the vibrant colors. He just now, for the first time
Uh,
since he woke up, is realizing this doesn't look normal. I don't know where
right.
I am.
So as he's looking around, he'll give that curious, squinty eye look, and he'll tap Miss Holly on the shoulder.
Yeah, we are in the aeroplane.
And he shrugs and he points at the ship and he points up and gives you that
Yeah,
inquisitive look.
yeah, we did that. We were in the space, technically, flying, floating, and navigating through the ocean. It's kind of a
Uh,
weird planet around here.
eh,
Um,
he kind of turns his head like, "Wow, really?"
yeah. And by the way, the ship is called Lyra. It's our, it's our home. It's our little home. It was
So I'm for brevity's sake, I'm gonna cut you off, Pam, and just say that you guys go through the general catch up where you explain kind of what happened,
mhm.
where you guys came from, all that.
Okay.
Eric, anything you want to be doing, or you want to stand there and listen to the conversation?
I'll just stand there and listen to the conversation for right now.
Okay. Urindris, what about you?
Well, his face is gonna drop from his normal, like, little soft expression that he has with the normal group. His face is gonna drop back down to when you guys first met him, and he's just gonna walk off towards the ships.
So back on defensive mode.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you're doing while you're over there by the ship?
I'm gonna try and look through the potions, grab a couple, and then start mixing random concoctions while feeding Hamish a health potion because I noticed his little tiny limp.
Okay. Um, so there's nothing to mix per se. Like the potions are already pre-bottled and all that. Are you going to give him a greater potion or a regular one?
A regular one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d4 for me. So it'll be 5 points back for Hamish. All right. And Fitz, what are you up to over there?
I guess just going through the wreckage. Just kind of trying to figure out what we're gonna do here.
Okay. So over the course of, we'll say, the next 20, 30 minutes, anybody who wanted to help scours through the wreckage. Miss Holly catches Michelangelo up on the events leading you guys to getting here. Through the course of looking through the wreckage, you would determine you have 4 remaining ballista bolts. The ballista is still intact. I know it's not on the map. I'm sorry. But the ballista is still intact and operational. Both barrels of ale and both crates of rations survived. You're able to recover the 60 pounds of Kindori meat from the woods. 9 lamps and 50 uses of lamp oil survived the crash as well. So, all in all, your supplies did okay. You lost a little bit, but nothing crucial.
I'm gonna look at Michelangelo and say, if some of our crew look at you weird, just understand that they feel that you might have something to do with Gotrik's disappearance. And he was the father of the group. So don't take it personal. They don't know you like I know you. And it might be weird at first.
He'll look at you and nod his head, and then he'll put his hand on his heart and point at the rock. that's his way of saying, you know, I loved Godric. He's a
Right.
real
Yeah.
close friend of mine, you know.
Yeah. Um,
So,
can you please make sure that you protect that rock at all costs, whatever happens? If not, um, it might be our way back to Godric once we figured the ship and try to fix it. Might be
oh,
our only way back.
he points at the crystal, and he shakes his head, realizing that you meant the crystal. I thought you meant the rock. At first, he thought you meant the rock that he was pointing at. He was just using it as reference to Godric because Godric's made a rock.
I was getting ready to design a pet rock for you guys' character.
No, the crystal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he shakes his head yes and smiles, and he puts the crystal in his backpack.
I look at Willie and I'm like, Willie, he's a good friend. Um, I don't know what happened to Godric, but I'm sure that he had no ill intent about it, and we'll find out what happened to Godric. He's a good friend of mine. He helped me. He and Godric both helped me, so he had nothing to do with his disappearance. If that's anybody what they're thinking about.
Okay, we will bring this turtle into our own.
Thank you, Willie.
I'll pat him on the shell.
Understand.
As the conversation and inventory taking is wrapping up, your guys' passive perception, you would notice that the sky doesn't have a sun in it, but the brighter colors, the oranges and yellows and reds, are starting to turn into cooler colors, blues and purples, indicating an approaching nighttime or darkness of some sort.
How's the weather feel? Are we like spring, winter? Are we like summer, and as it gets darker, it's turning into winter, or
It's like a tropical spring.
tropical spring? Okay.
So warm but not hot.
What,
Okay.
what do we think it's going to take to get the ship back and up and running?
Uh, Go ahead and make an investigation check for me. Anybody who wants to take a look over the ship, and you guys can do so at advantage because the dwarves who are accustomed to the ships will be assisting with that.
Michelangelo doesn't know anything, so he's just gonna stand there.
Fair. Yeah, those rolls are good enough. Looking over the ship with the dwarves, you're pretty sure the ship can be made sea and or flight worthy again, but you have no idea how far it is to the nearest body of water. You have no idea if the ship will fly here, and it would take at least 3 months with all of you working daily to get the ship repaired.
So I'm gonna look at Sir Fluffy Butt. Okay, buddy. You're from around here. You know what goes on. Is there a village or something around here we might be able to hire some help?
You can communicate telepathically with him, correct?
Yes. And it is already canon that it is a Fey unicorn.
Yep, we did declare that. Uh, so he respond. Let me see. What is his intelligence? Okay. He responds that he's not familiar with where you are currently. He knows you're in the Feywild. He can confirm that, but he's not familiar with the area or the region. With night approaching, he suggests it's probably best to establish some sort of camp for the night, get rest and heal, and make a decision on action in the morning. Nights can be different here.
That's wise advice, Sir Fluffy Butt. Thank you. Um, if you do think of any dangers we need to be aware of or any opportunities, please feel free to let me know. This is my first time here, and I did not bring enough magic mushrooms for it.
He warns against everything. Take everything with a caution.
Perfect. Okay, guys. So, according to Sir Fluffy Butt, we need to be very cautious of everything, and that we probably should make camp, set up a watch system. Um, maybe just heal, recover from our wounds, and get to know our leather-backed friend here. Shelled?
Yidris is gonna speak up and he's gonna go, he's no friend of mine, and just go sit in a corner, patting the ship. Like literally patting the ship with his hand.
You can't see it from the picture here, but you can access the deck, the levels of the deck from the open portion. There's some debris, but it was more or less clean split down the middle of the ship, so you can still access the decks from that centerpiece.
Yeah. Maybe we best off finding a section and kind of barricading ourselves in so we have a secure place.
Okay, so with that, anybody who's going to work on the barricade, go ahead and make a survival check with advantage, because of course the dwarves are going to help. And which section of the ship are you going to try and barricade off, Fitz, since you took the lead on this?
Um,
Stern is the front,
prob-
bow is the back.
probably the bow. That's kind of where the
So up here.
bigger bedrooms were, if I remember correctly.
The bigger bedrooms were actually back here.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
in the
should
back of the ship.
fortify the back part because that's where the ballista is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with.
Yep. And you'd still be able to access the stairs to get up the back of the ship to the top deck as well. All right. Yeah, you guys put in some work and managed to make some semblance of a barricade. You're not really sure what you're barricading against, so you just make something that seems sturdy and see how it
This
holds
is
up.
this is the Feywild. Anything that doesn't want to eat us wants to trick us into a contract where we'll serve it for the rest of our mortal lives. We're afraid of everything.
All right. Anything else you guys are doing before you settle in? Maybe have some mild conversations and food and call it a night.
I'm gonna talk to Yendris.
Okay.
Yendris, I just want to
What?
say something to you. Um, a little turtle friend. I don't think he really had anything to do with Gotrik's disappearance. Um, I don't know what triggered the transformation here. I don't think Godric is the turtle. If anything, I do strongly believe that due to the crystal that he has, and by the way that Godric was acting and what happened to him, he might be back in the tower where originally Michelangelo came from. but I strongly believe that it has nothing to do with any doing that Michelangelo might have done. I don't know what transpired the situation. I just can tell you that I know Michelangelo because him and Gotrek actually helped me. So I know that he means no harm, if that makes you feel any better.
If that's what you think is gonna make me feel better, I'll let you live with that delusion.
Yeah, I actually do. Just wanted to say that to you. And then I'll walk away.
Okay. And
Right
if it
after Miss Holly walks away, I'm gonna walk up to Yendris and put my hand on his shoulder.
okay.
I'm choosing to believe that Godric is alive, and that we will see him again, because I don't really like the other option. But I promise you this: if the turtle had anything to do with hurting Godric, I will hold him as you start to shave bits and pieces off of him.
Yindris is gonna shove you off of him and say, "Don't fucking touch me," and just walk away from all of you and go sit in a different part of the ship.
You based on that location, you went back and you shut yourself in Godric's quarters down on the bottom deck. It's the backmost room with a door on it.
Who?
If anybody's wondering, your computer screen did not break. I changed the color of the map to show that twilight is coming. All right. Anybody got anything else before we set up the night watch?
I want to talk to Fitz.
Okay. Have at it.
Fitz, I know that Andrus is upset right now because he doesn't believe us or thinks that Godric is alive. But I do have a feeling that he is alive somewhere and he could be in the tower where I originally came from because Godric and Michelangelo were the last two people that I saw back in the tower. So I
Oh,
strongly believe that he's okay.
I, I do too. I, uh, I refuse to believe that that stubborn son of a bitch could be done in by something so simple.
I know we have enemies everywhere, you and I, and probably everybody else by now, but Michelangelo is not our enemy. He's our friend, and I will gladly appreciate it if we treat him just like part of the crew. And we'll definitely find Godric or do whatever we gotta do to try to find him.
All right. Yeah, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. If you vouch for him, I will trust him.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And then Holly's gonna kind of call Michelangelo, like, come on board.
Okay. So you show Michelangelo to a room, and you take the one right next to that. And I kind of put you guys in rooms. So I put numbers on your guys' tokens. If you have a -10, it means you're on ground level. You're on the bottom deck. If you have a -5, you're on the mid deck. And if you don't have a number, you're up on the top deck. So that's how we'll kind of know who is where. But moving into the night watch, first and foremost, anybody want to start a fire?
I do.
Yes.
Okay, where do you want to put the fire?
I'm gonna ask Mr. Fluffy Butt if that's a good idea, or if that would attract something we don't want to.
Eh, Fires happen. I can't say it'd be. I mean, a ship in wherever we are is more weird than a fire.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
We're kind of working out a necessity at this point, he says.
Where are we doing the fire?
You're
Uh,
starting it. You tell me.
up to Yeah, you figure it out. You put it where you want.
Right here.
Um, I mean, nobody's going to be able to see the fire. None of you are going to be able to see the fire unless you're up on the top deck. Is that what you want?
Why do we want to see the fire? Is there a particular reason why we're doing
I,
a fire?
I'm just pointing it out. Like while you're in the lower decks of the ship, you won't be able to see the fire.
Are we doing the fire to stay warm, or is there any particular reason why we're doing the fire?
You're the one who's starting the fire, so you tell me.
I just want to start the fire to keep us warm, but then again, we're in a tropical weather, so I'm not sure why we're doing a
Yeah,
fire.
you wouldn't need a fire for warmth where you're at.
Food. Do we need a fire for eating? Willie, your cooking skills. Do you need any fire to like make us some supper?
No, 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 not at all. We got a little salt. You'd be surprised in a lot of situations, salt can be a substitute for cooking.
And you
I'm
have
gonna look at
you have a
Michelangelo
2
and
crates of
say,
dry rations, which are
Yep.
open it up and
I,
eat
I'm
it type food.
yeah. I'm just gonna eat dry rations.
You will eat some of this salted, but I got this Cambrian head still. Is that on the front of the ship? It's probably about ready.
I think that was
mm,
yeah.
Have you been salting it this whole time?
No, you let it cure in the open air of the astral sea, and then you dip it in salt at the end, and then eat it. That's where it's at.
I'm gonna look at Michelangelo and say he cooks sometimes with like he cooks sometimes. I'm just gonna do the fire right here just for fucks and giggles. And I'm gonna sit there by myself alone.
You're gonna sit outside tonight.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll say you sit with your back against the ship, and you have a small little campfire here. Which should be visible.
And I'm gonna start crying while I'm doing the fire thingy.
Okay. That purple sky gets a little bit darker of a tint, but doesn't get much darker beyond that. So it's kind of like real world out of character night vision is green. Same thing except it's purple here. And the night kicks off. How do you guys want to do a watch? Do you want to do a watch?
I would
Yeah.
prefer we do a watch, but if nobody else wants to do a watch, that's fine too.
Yeah. I think we should do a watch.
I had myself muted. God damn it. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to move first and foremost. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I'm going to move up with Miss Holly, and when she starts crying, I'm going to put my arm around her and kind of pat her on her back. Kind of comfort her. After looking around at the whole group and seeing that everybody's pretty torn up except for me, um, I'll look at Miss Holly and use my eyes and kind of point around to indicate, and then I'll put the number 1 up. Like I'll keep watch first. It's what I'm trying to relay,
I'll
and
look
then
at it
kind of
and say,
kind of
okay.
circle towards everybody and give the hands together sleep sign.
I say, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just here, It's been a rough couple of days for me personally, and then just what happened the last couple of hours taking a toll, and I really miss Godric. And even though I'm saying to everybody that I'm sure that he's alive, the unknown, it's killing me inside, and I really miss him. Don't
Oh,
take it personally.
Michelangelo. No. Michelangelo shake his head and he'll point at himself and heart and point at a rock. And then I'll point at
Thank
the
you.
rock again and give you the OK symbol. And then put my
Thank
hands
you.
together like I'm praying. Yeah.
And as Sir Fluffy Butt comes near me, I'm gonna start like petting him. Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
He snuggles into you. His thick, majestic fur, like the best down pillow you've ever had.
And while I'm crying, I'm smiling like
All right. So
Holly
Mikey said
style.
he's going to take the first watch. Who's got second?
I'll take second.
Okay. Third?
Third.
Fourth?
I'll do fourth.
All right. That leaves Willie for fifth. You guys are pretty messed up, so you're going to need a full night there. Or do you just want to do 2-hour shifts each?
I will do a
Uh,
full watch.
I'm gonna ask her, Fluffy, but does the night here, is it like the same as in our world where it's about 10, 12 hours? Or
Time here isn't kept like you think it is. So it just kind of happens when it happens, and you sleep when you're tired.
have I told you yet how grateful I am to have you here?
Very much so.
Hmm.
Now he doesn't say very much. He goes very much so.
Yeah, I think we should do like 2-hour watches.
Okay.
Keep
Perfect.
everybody fresh and rested.
That'll cover what you think is 10 hours, so everybody will get 8 hours if nothing goes too horribly wrong. All right, so let's start with that first one. Mikey, perception checks. I'm going to call you Mikey. Michelangelo's a tongue twister for me. So
It's fine. Seven.
okay. That's for the first half of your watch. Go ahead and give me another one for the second half.
21.
So you're about a quarter into the second half of your shift, and you can hear things moving through the bushes. You don't see any movement, but you can definitely hear like the twig snap and then the ruffle of leaves. And it's a ways away, probably about 100, at least 100 feet off from the ship.
Okay. I mean, does it look like it's what's its body language?
You have no idea. You can't see anything. You can just hear it moving through the bushes.
Oh, okay. So I'm just hearing something moving in the bushes. Okay. I thought maybe like I was seeing the bushes starting to shimmy,
You would
like something was moving closer to us, or
No, you can't see any movement. You can determine by the sound that it's kind of circling. Like you spend the better part of like 15, 20 minutes listening, and it started on your left about 100 feet out, and it circled around to your right, and then it circled back.
okay. Can you give me a marker of some sorts to give me at least a general direction? Or maybe you can just move for me, and because I'm
Zoom
going to head in that direction.
zoom your map out.
Oh, yeah, I see. I see. Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's
And
out
the
there.
And the ending point is to the left or to the right?
It went from 1 to 2.
Okay. Now that all makes sense. Well, then I'm gonna go in that direction.
And it's as you start walking that way, it's kind of moving back in that direction.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna head over in that direction.
You're moving towards the noise specifically.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that'll put you about there. You're moving. How are you moving?
Just standard movement at this point. I'm not like rushing or anything. I'm just trying to.
Are you going stealthily or full on loud?
Oh yeah, no, it's trying to stay quiet.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
Maybe trying to find a torch and my whatchamacallit, because I don't have dark vision.
Well,
and I know I'm getting ready to leave the ring of the fire, so.
So there is enough purple ambient light. You have 80, 90 foot worth of vision before it all just kind of blurs together.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
I don't
And
think
you want
you'd
a
need
stealth check?
torch per se, but yep, go ahead.
8.
Okay. You get to about where you're at, and the noise stops.
Okay.
So it's no longer moving.
Okay. Let's see.
When you last heard it, it would have been. Let me make that a little bigger. Somewhere in that area, about 50 feet away
Okay.
from you.
Okay, so can I find a decent sized stick or rock or something?
Yeah, the ground's littered with them. You don't have any issues with that.
Yeah, kind of thinking so. So I'm gonna take a rock and just kind of chuck it. Let's get a pointer up here so you get an idea of what I'm looking for. Like if I heard it near that circle, I want to put it like over in this vicinity. Not very far. But I don't want to throw it where I heard the sound. I want to throw it just south of the sound.
Okay.
And just kind of watch and see what happens.
You wait. Some ambient noises, various birds and insect type sounds coming from somewhere in the trees. And you stop and listen and don't hear anything.
All right, well, then in that case, I'm going to head back to the fire.
Okay.
And just keep an eye out in that direction.
Okay, make another perception check.
$16.
About 5 minutes after you sit back down, you start hearing it move. That sound moving again.
Okay.
A little bit quieter this time. Like it's moved away from you a little ways. But it's still doing that kind of half circle. At this point, however, it is the end of your watch, and Fitz comes out to let you know he's up.
Okay. I will look at Fitz. And wave. And then I'm going to point towards, I mean, I don't have ears like a human, but where, general vicinity of an ear would be. And then I'm going to point in the direction of where I heard the noise.
I'm gonna nod in understanding, give him the thumbs up.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me too, Fitz. And he would have pointed probably in about this direction at this point. You just hear ambient noises at this point.
Okay. I guess as soon as he goes in and goes to bed, I'm gonna check on Miss Holly, make sure she's okay. Check with Fluffy Butt, make sure, see if he noticed anything during that time.
Was he awake or is he asleep?
He was awake. I don't trust Michelangelo yet,
Okay.
so Sir Fluffy
fair.
Butt was awake during his whole thing.
Give me 2 separate perception checks for Fluffy Butt.
Okay. Perception there.
Okay. Sir Fluffy Butt would confirm that he heard something, not sure what, and that Michelangelo had went just out of eyesight into the trees to investigate. Was gone maybe 2 minutes, came back, and that was it.
Okay. Um,
Mike, are you staying out there to sleep, or are you moving?
That's where Miss Holly's at.
Yep.
Yeah, then that's where Michelangelo's staying.
Okay. Put you back.
all right. I am going to go over here, just like under the canopy in there, kind of staying in the shadows.
Okay.
Um,
Trying to
keeping
hide
him.
with your bright shining armor that's always perfectly clean.
Well, no light, it's not going to reflect it.
Yeah.
That,
I
and
know.
I'm trying not to get night blinded by the fire.
Actually, a quick note on Michelangelo. Um, he's actually going to use his shell and shrink into it.
Okay.
Like turtles do, and that's how he's going to sleep.
Just make sure you drop that effect on yourself.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now.
Okay.
There we go.
Alrighty. So Fitz, you go to sit under the tree for your watch. Go ahead and give me your first perception check.
I forgot. Yeah, I'm supposed to put that on too.
Okay. First hour of your shift goes off. You don't hear or see anything. All seems to be quiet. Go ahead and give me a second perception check.
Jesus Christ.
All right. You hear. Is Sir Fluffy Butt still awake?
Yeah, technically he doesn't need sleep.
Okay. Have him give me a perception check. Perfect. The same time you hear it, you can hear Sir Fluffy Butt's voice in your head, and he just goes, "There's a noise in the ship." And what you heard was like a scratching, like nails on claws on wood noise. And you heard it the same time he dinged in your head and said, "Something's in the ship."
Okay, I'm gonna start yelling to wake everyone up and running over to the ship.
Okay. Go ahead and run your movement, and Sir Fluffy Butt can run half movement because I would assume that he would at least lay down, being
Yeah.
partially injured. All right. As you get to here, you would know that the noise came from the front end of the ship, not the end that everybody's sleeping in. But you see. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Hold on a second. Is it this one? Yeah, that one. Up on the top deck is a pig-looking humanoid. Can you guys see that?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The werebore?
Yes. But you see a pig-looking humanoid. I'm going to change this ambient color because to me, it's not reading right. See, now, like, it doesn't...
Oh, I can't see it.
Hold on a second. It should be there. It's weird. It's doing it with my fire token, too. The rest of you can see it, right?
I can.
Okay. Well, he's there. Everybody has been woken up by the yells of Fitz. I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative. And
Okay. Well, I'm assuming when Fitz was running by trying to wake everybody up, I'd come out of my shell and.
yeah.
Uh,
For everybody in the ship, so that's going to be the Treeborns, Willie, and Yerndris, it will take you 30 feet of movement on this first round to get to this line. Just for maneuvering through the ship. Pam, need one from you.
Let him come for me.
No, I need you to roll initiative.
Oh shit. We're doing this because she's enraged right now.
Trevor is still unconscious. The crew members are all going to hang tight kind of in the back end of the ship. They're all pretty fucked up. And B's a non-combatant, so. All right, but we're top of the order. Perfect. Fits.
Um,
Hold on a second. I'm going to delete this token and see if I can reapply it.
oh.
15. Why is that not?
Try closing and reopen your map. That worked for me.
Try what?
I had to close and reopen my map.
Okay, so everybody close your map, and then I will reshare it with you. There we go. That's
DM
weird
now.
doing that today.
Okay.
There we go. That's much better. All right, Fitz, you're up. Go ahead, guys.
let's see. I am going to. I guess I'm going to yell out. Are you friendly or do you mean harm? As I have like a holy flame burning in my palm.
As you call out to him, he does. I can't imitate it, but a pig yell back at you in a very
Yeah, that's
aggressive
what I was
manner.
gonna say. That sounds about right.
Does my necklace translate that into anything?
Give me an insight check.
Is there a specific language that is?
He didn't say anything. It's more of a body language thing. That's why I called for the insight.
Okay.
What are those cute little noises that are going on?
Mike's phone.
That's my phone. That's my minions. Let me know I got messages.
Blowing up the group chat right
I
now.
thought we had little contracts or like little noises around here. I'm like, oh shit, we got noises too.
I got it set up when my phone gets notifications. It's minions, and they giggle and then they fart.
Fitz, you would understand that this scream and the gestures associated. He's there to fuck you up. He's ready
Okay.
for business.
All right. Well, when he screams back at me, I'm just gonna smirk. I'm going to fling the flame in my hand at him and say, "Paylor says burn."
So he failed, but before you roll damage, what distance does it say you are from the werebore?
35.
Okay, that's got a range of 60. You're all good. You just need to add 15 feet from ground level to top deck because it is an elevated position, but that's 50 feet. You got 60 on the sacred flame, so you're good. Takes a little fire.
And then I'm just gonna do that little the little come hither hand gesture at him.
All right. You got anything else for us?
No, that was really just about it.
All right. I am going to adjust Hamish so he goes concurrently with Yerndris because that's how it works. Michelangelo.
Okay, I'm checking on something real quick. Give me 1 second.
See, while he's doing that, if I can pop this color back in there without fucking everything up. There we go. Beautiful. You're still muted if you're talking to us, Mike. Still can't hear you.
No, I know. I
Okay.
had to make a quick phone call because my mother was going to go somewhere she didn't need to go.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. So I was checking my actions real quick. Okay, so I am going to I'm going to attack with. I'm going to start with Yang
Okay, so he is up on the top. Oh, you got those boots, right?
boots.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Fitz, you see something out of the corner of your eye and glance, and you just see Michelangelo's got boots on with little wings that popped out the side, and he's like running at a vertical angle straight towards the werebore. All right, go ahead. Yang,
24 to hit.
8 damage there.
All right. And he'll use Yin for the second attack.
That'll hit. 5 damage there. So Fitz still watching Michelangelo. You see him with his knuckle dusters on, just throws a left-right combo. When that left hand hits, you see just a little flash of radiant energy. And then when the right hand hits, a little green flash of necrotic energy.
And then he is going to use one of his key points to use Flurry of Blows
All right.
and give him another round. Oh, he's going to miss with the first one.
Yep.
And
Hits with the second.
barely hits, I think.
All
And
right.
that'll end my turn. So essentially, Fitz, after you see me just essentially just walk vertically right up to him, you just watch me Fist of Fury, a bunch of punch with flashes of white and black.
All right. Willie, your turn.
Well, shit. I guess I will. I'm gonna use my dash over to here.
So I'm gonna pause you and deny your dash for one moment because as you get out to here, you catch out of the corner of your eye a little rat-looking humanoid. In
You
case you
put
want to,
butter.
he's on there. You guys might have to reload your map again. I don't know. The tokens are being fucking weird for some reason.
Mine popped up.
What?
I
The
see
new
it.
one.
I got it. I got it. Okay. Okay. This guy's closer, so I'll actually turn.
How much movement do you have? 40?
Yeah, for you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because it was that's 35 feet of your movement right there.
Perfect. I'm. I might as well use another rage. Just do that. Rage here. And I'll get my claws on this one.
Okay.
And then I'll just start clawing him with the claws or not, because it's fucking that one right there.
Automatic miss.
In fact, what do you want to happen?
Nothing. You just miss. I turned on the fumble table, so it's not up to me if anything extra happens now. It's up to a dice roll.
Fancy. Okay. Good enough for me. All right, nothing happens. I'm going to hit with my second attack. Miss.
Misses.
Terrible. We'll hit again with my second attack. Finally get a hit. A little damage on him. And come in with my second and final claw, which also hits. That was a nice hit right there. Like, yes! Finally something I can eat! And that's it. I'll end my turn.
Alrighty. And Miss Holly,
So
make a
she's
perception check.
livid. You just like say that to me. Oh, hold on, because they did nature again. Sorry, excuse my nails. Oh, it didn't get any better than that.
Okay. Yeah, no, you can hear the sounds of combat coming from off to your right.
Okay. So to our lovely little were rat right here, which I'm smelling barbecue already. I'm gonna do acid splash.
On which one?
Were rat? I haven't
You
target.
can't see the were rat. He's on the other side of the ship.
Can I see the were boar?
If you stepped up to like there,
Okay, that works. No, I'll take the back. I'm gonna do fireball.
Okay. Make sure you untarget the were rat.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Okay. That'll hit. 15 damage.
How bad is he? Just for my knowledge.
It's looking like he took a hit or two. He's hurting a little bit.
I must save that thought. Okay, that's it for me.
Alrighty. With that, we come to the werebor's turn. He gets 2 attacks. There's a nifty turtle right in front of him, so he swings his maul at you, which fumbles and misses, and he's pissed off, so he is gonna come back up with his tusks. Try and catch you with those and hard miss. You're Indris.
Yo. Well, he is gonna walk his distance
That'll
in
get
his
you
little angsty teen fashion.
30 feet will get you right to there.
That's fine. Uh, can I shoot things out of the barrier, or is it, or would I have to like leave that space to go?
Yeah, I mean, you guys didn't build a wall, you built a barricade. So there's slots you'd be able to shoot out of if you wanted to like stay just inside the barricade like that. Absolutely. That would restrict your vision left and right though, so you would basically only be able to shoot within that cone.
Okay, perfect. Because I want to cast Acid Splash upon the werebore,
Okay.
regardless.
Go ahead and send it. He succeeds. So no damage there.
Cool.
Anything else for your turn?
No.
All right, Sir Fluffy Butt, and I need a perception check from him before we go any further.
Mike,
No.
Yeah.
phone. Phone.
No.
Phone. What?
Check your phone, Mike. But Jeremy, I need a
Oh,
perception check from Sir Fluffy Butt, please, and then it's his turn.
sent me a message.
Okay. He notices a werewolf creeping up through the bushes, kind of over here, trying to be sneaky.
Yeah. Are you guys waiting on me?
No,
Talk quiet.
Fitz is
Oh,
running
okay.
a turn with Sir Fluffy Butt right now.
Hmm. Uh, he is gonna telepathically let Fitz know about that.
Okay.
Um, then he is gonna move over here next to Miss Holly, and he is going to prepare a hoof attack if the werewolf gets within range.
Perfect.
He's too hurt to be going out on his own, but
Alrighty. Anything else for him this round?
No, I don't think so. I think that's all he's gonna do right now.
Okay. That brings us over to the were-rat. He is gonna swing at you, Willie, with a short sword, which hits. And then he's gonna try and take a bite at you, which also hits. And I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, Willie. Okay. That will end his turn. The Treeborns are staying in the back. That brings us all the way back around to the top of the order with Fitz.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, looks like a Sacred Flame. He fails his dex save, 12 damage to the werewolf. And you get... Okay. A little bit of movement. Anything else for us there, Fitz?
Just because I'm kind of pissed they're attacking, I'm just gonna make some comment about, come on, be a good boy. Come on, be a good boy.
All right. And with that, we are over to you, Mikey.
All right. So, I think this wereboard needs to take some more punches to the face. That's what I think. Round one. Oh, and I missed.
You twist your ankle and have half movement speed and cannot charge for 1d4 plus 4 rounds. Well, that doesn't work because you're flying.
I just won't move. How about that?
You twist your ankle within the boot. The boot thought you were going right. Turns out you were pushing left, and you do in fact twist your ankle. But so when you get back down to walking speed, you get half movement speed.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That's a big drop. Okay. Round two. We hit with the necrotic one. We'll take that. At max damage.
All right.
And hell, why not? I got enough. We're gonna Fist of Fury this and go second round.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
Only 4, but hey, I'll take it. All right, that's it.
Willie.
What do I want to do to this rat? Yes, that's the question. I think I'm going to grapple him.
Okay.
Forgot what the role is for that. Is that just my strength versus his strength?
I think that's what we determined. Strength check versus strength save. Is that how we called it? Does anybody remember?
On what again?
Grappling.
I thought it was just strength check versus strength check.
Okay. Well, I mean, his modifier would have been the
What?
same either way, so we'll take that 5. You got him grappled.
Okay.
Let me put the effect on him real quick. Grappled. Where we're at. There you go. So that's your action for the round.
Okay. Double check what I can do here. I think I'm gonna drag him over here to this river.
Oh Lord, committing war crimes already.
That's it.
The only way to play D&D is to commit war crimes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And that's it for your round.
Yep.
Okay, Miss Holly.
Hey. I'm gonna do sickening ratings.
Let me do. Because I thought that was a cone. 120.
What?
Okay, so it is a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. The light spread. So, okay.
So obviously I want to protect everybody that's kind of.
Okay. So the way that works is it's going to create a 30-foot circle,
Yeah.
which is that big, and anything inside of it is going to roll a Constitution check and potentially be damaged by it. And it stays there for up to 10 minutes.
Okay, so let's do that. Where can you move it a little more down so I can also grab the were rat?
It's going to get.
Is there any way we can grab both of them at the same time?
So we can get both of them, but we can't get both of them without getting Michelangelo and Willie as well.
But then they're not gonna.
They'll have to roll the check just like the wares and potentially take damage. And they're going to take damage either way because it's a leveled spell, but it's a question of whether they're going to take full damage or half damage.
Michelangelo's okay with that.
Willie, trying to protect everybody. How you feel?
You're in combat. You wouldn't have a chance to be like, hey, is this okay? Because this is like
I can talk to
6 seconds.
Willie. He hears my thoughts.
You know Willie. He's like,
He's trying to suck. He doesn't care. He'll come back and bite your fucking tails off. Okay, so yeah, I want to do that. I want to kind of
Okay.
protect at least 2 of them somehow.
Go ahead and target all 4 of them: the were-rat, the were-boar, Michelangelo, and Willie.
I want to target all 4.
It's the only way to do it.
It's a what kind of check is that?
She's gonna drop it on you.
I know what kind of check is that.
What do you mean?
It's a Constitution.
Okay.
D15.
Fail. Michelangelo succeeded, and Willie succeeded. Awesome. Go ahead and drop damage. I will put that concentration on
Did
you.
anybody die?
The wereboard died. 17 damage.
There you go. Totally worth it.
17 damage to the were-rat. And it didn't apply any damage to the other 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
Holly's happy now. She's not crying anymore. Good time.
check our effects, bro. That's why.
Are you both immune to?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're both immune to poison. There you go.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't care. Go for it.
Went through all that for nothing. You got lucky on that one. That just happened to work out perfectly with that they're immune to poison.
Fair enough. I was talking to Mike about it, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it.
Okay, right on. Anything else for your turn? That cloud stays there for 10 minutes.
No, I'm not gonna stay there for 10 minutes in case other people show up. So yeah, I love it. That's it for me.
Okay, so let me read this real quick. When a creature moves into the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, then they need to reroll.
Let me mark it off my spell sheet.
Okay, perfect. It is the werewolf's turn. He is gonna take a run and lunge here. And we're gonna call that within range of Sir Fluffy Butt, who's holding a hoof kick. So go ahead and drop that on him. It's just an auto miss, nothing special there. But he's gonna swing out at you with his claws fits. That hits. And then he's gonna drop a blade on you as well.
Shenanigans from his description originally, he has 2. But I agree. He definitely did lose an epic opportunity there.
And you succeed your con check. Nothing.
For what?
Where beings are biting you.
Yes, but I'm immune to all diseases.
It's not a disease, it's a curse.
Oh.
With that, the werebore is deceased. Yurndris.
Okey-dokey. Which werebore? The one on the ship is deceased?
Yeah, the one up fighting Michelangelo's dead.
Okay, cool. If I step in this 30-foot radius, am I gonna get hit
Yes.
with something?
If you step in, you will have to roll a con save. And if you succeed, you take half damage. If you fail, you take full damage. I think it's 4d10.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna exit the thing and I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
Wherever in that general area I can go. And then I'm gonna cry on the inside. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna use, oh god. I'm gonna use acid splash on the werewolf.
Okay. He succeeds his check.
Bitch. Nobody wants me to succeed today.
The important part here is that you tried, Yurndris. You tried.
Yeah. I'm just gonna scream in frustration and anger.
Okay.
That's
Anything
it.
else?
Nope.
All right, well, that is going to bring us to the were-rat's turn. He is starting his turn within the bubble and grappled. So, Miss Holly, go ahead and give him another con check.
Yay.
Just the were-rat. I think you still have him targeted.
Wait, because I have the other one target. Give me a second.
Okay, so on the map, there's a little circle with a line on it. That will clear your targets for you.
Okay. So just a
And
regular constitution check? Oh, man.
No. Your spell, your sickening radiance, you will reapply to the were-rat because it's the start of his turn.
It's already targeted, though.
Okay, so then just go to your sickening radiance spell and drop the save again, just like you did last time.
Oh, okay. My bad. Give me a second.
It's a concentration spell, so at the start of each of that
I got
were-rat's
you.
turn.
Got you.
Yep.
Failed.
He fails. and you got lucky because we're already past it. I forgot to have you roll a d20. Don't do it now. We're past it, so you get a freebie. Go ahead and drop damage on the were rat though.
You get a freebie, he says.
So Willie, as you're holding this were rat and he's like starting to struggle against you, he breathes in some of that poisonous gas and just goes limp in your arms.
So interesting enough, it's actually doing radiant damage
Is it
to
radiant?
him.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Sickening radiance, my bad. So it's
yeah,
radiation.
no, same
Either
effect. Technically, just it's more important because Mike's not immune to that. It's just there's not half damage if you save. Is why we didn't take damage.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha. But that's he doesn't get a turn because he's now dead. Fitz, we're back up to you.
Okay. Now that we are up here, all close and friendly like. Hmm. I am going to move around him so that we are flanking.
That will hit. 18 damage there. Friendly reminder, if you're using your sword two-handed, just make sure that your shield is not equipped so you don't get the AC buff from it.
It isn't, I'm not.
Okay, just double checking.
Dar, go lay down.
With a crit, in addition to the standard critical hit damage to your target, you'll gain combat advantage against all enemies on the battlefield until the end of your next turn.
Oh, okay. Cool. Is this like a new thing we're doing?
It's the fumble crit table. Instead of me coming up with stuff, it rolls on a table every time you get a fumble or a crit, and that effect goes. But 38 and 5, go ahead and describe that werewolf's death for us.
Well, essentially what happens is I stab him in the stomach with it, and then as I pull it back out, it's more like an upward arc that sends him splitting into two different directions.
I like it. I like it.
Inky.
And with that, we are out of combat, folks.
No.
So, do these guys turn back into humans when they die?
They
Should
do.
have.
As you watch their deceased bodies, they do shift back into their humanoid forms. Two of them, the boar and the were-rat, resemble elves in their humanoid form, and the werewolf actually resembles a gnome. They have very beast-like permanent attributes to their facial features, but their size and stature indicates that that was their original races.
I was gonna say, strictly speaking, you should probably have me and Mike do another save, since we would have been in that cloud for at least one more turn.
I'm not worried about it.
But we don't got it. I mean, we ain't got it. But you
Can I ask a very stupid question?
Sure.
If I can I do just cloud kill to kind of protect some portion of the ship without actually there being any targets to just kind of like protect some area of the ship?
Yeah, I mean, you could for as long as Cloud Kill lasts, which
10
is
minutes.
10 minutes. So you would have to burn a spell slot every 10 minutes to keep Cloud Kill up.
every round.
Well, we're out of combat now, so there's no more rounds.
But that's doable. Even though there's no target, I can cast that
Yeah, I
just
mean, if,
for
if you want to.
protection.
So the thing with Cloud Kill is Cloud Kill will move with the wind. So if there's a breeze, the Cloud Kill is going to go with the breeze.
Gotcha. Versus Sickening Radiance, that will
Mhm.
just stay wherever I
But
like.
either way, I mean, you could use Cloud Kill or Sickening Radiance as a defensive measure, but it only lasts 10
Right.
minutes. And you have to maintain concentration on it, so you couldn't do it, you couldn't cast it and then go to sleep. Because as soon as you
So it's
fall asleep,
every spell slot that's gonna be marked down
yep, every
every
10
time.
every 10 minutes of gameplay, you'd have to burn another spell slot to put it back up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, not a
That's all.
stupid question at all. We can take a look at sorcerer spells for your next level and see if you can get something a little more permanent protection wise. I'm sure there's
Right, I
some
was
So,
thinking something that we can like protect ourselves that I
yeah.
will have running. I mean, if it
so,
runs like a
Yeah, we'll take a
so,
look at the list. See
yeah.
what works.
What you're thinking about is a great concept, but you're just thinking of it in the wrong timing. The best timing for something like that would be like when you want to cover our flank to make sure somebody isn't going to come up from behind us.
Using Cloud
okay.
Kill, Sickening
That
Radiance,
yeah.
it's like we're running down a tunnel. You throw one back, so anything coming up behind you guys gets caught in it, and then you
There you
keep
go. Yeah.
moving. In terms of something while you're asleep, there are some things out there. Like I know
Right.
there's an alarm spell where you lay a wire, and anything that crosses it either puts an audible noise or a noise inside your head
Yeah.
off,
Right.
so you can't be surprised.
Yeah.
I
Like
think
God.
it's
Yeah.
spell like Guardian Seal or something like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
there's all sorts of stuff. We just got to
Yeah.
find
Claire.
something that's applicable to sorcerers.
As a matter of fact, when we were sleeping, was it 2, 3 weeks ago before we got back on the ship? Godric used that. It's
Wow.
a
Yeah.
guardian spell.
Oh yeah, right
Uh,
after you guys killed the dragon, he put up his spirit guardian. Yep.
yeah, in the doorway,
Yeah,
and
like
Dutch was sitting there when we woke up.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's like, I don't want to go near that
yeah,
thing.
that's what I was
yeah,
thinking about. Like something that while everybody's asleep, I have something like protect still everybody
Yeah, no.
in case
You,
that
yeah.
anybody shows up.
you don't have anything like that in your repertoire currently. That's something you'd have to adjust the next time you leveled up.
That's fine. No, that's
Yeah.
fine. I was just wondering if these two will do that. Thank you.
Absolutely. But all right, you guys are out of combat.
All right. Michelangelo is going to come up to Miss Holly, put his uh, knuckles away,
Okay.
and he's going to use one of his key points, and he's going to use his hand of healing on Miss Holly.
As you go to take your knuckle dusters off, Yang, you can hear inside your head go, good job, good job. Definitely should get some rest after that. And Yin, as you pull him off, goes, oh, come on. There's still plenty of other bodies around here. I mean, come on. Don't put me away yet.
I'm just going to shake my head and grin a little bit and just continue with emotion.
Okay.
So you see me walk up to Miss Holly, essentially go to hit her like I was hitting on the werebore, but instead of doing damage, Miss Holly looks a little better.
I would I mean it's your character, so it's however you want to
Yeah.
describe it. But I would say your hand of healing would be more like hitting key points on the body
Yeah,
type thing. Kind of like what they do in Kung Fu Panda with the whole like pressure point thing.
you got it. Yep.
Yeah, I was saying, 'cause if you just go up and go to hit her like you did the werebore, you'd probably find a lot of weapons pointed at you.
Oh yeah, no, I did that on purpose so y'all could see that it's something I do.
All right. What else you guys up to?
I'm
I'm
gonna just look around and say we're hungry.
Well, it's still late night, right? This was
yeah.
only what, second watch or
This
third
was
watch or something?
this was about halfway
Second.
through the second watch. So
Right. So I'll look at Miss Holly and tap her on the shoulder and then do the little sleep. Tilt my head, close my eyes, put my hands together, and point at her.
You can sleep, buddy. That's so good.
No, I'm gonna shake the finger at you. You.
No, I'm okay. I'm gonna take a watch, and just because everybody else kind of really got a hit, I'm just gonna kind of look at Willie and just say, "You want to make supper tonight?"
I will. Let's do it. I got these.
you guys already did the whole supper thing, and you were sleeping when this attack happened.
Yeah.
We're gonna have another supper. We need energy. Can
Okay.
we have another supper?
Halfling style it is. I'm here for it.
What about second supper?
Willie's kind of bored, and I just want to have him do something.
Okay.
How's that go? And what about second brunch, third brunch? Isn't that how that goes?
What about second breakfast?
Right. Yeah, I remember that movie.
He knows about second breakfast, doesn't he?
Do
Lunch, dinner,
suppers? That's
supper,
cool.
11sies,
We
afternoon
almost
tea.
died today. We don't know if we're gonna have food next week or we're gonna be dead. So Willie, let's make him happy. He hasn't made supper because due to culinary skills, but I trust him enough, and I'll give him something to do, and I know we'll make him
Yeah.
happy. So Willie,
All right.
please
So,
go ahead.
so we got this fire going out here still.
Yeah, it's still going. I
Yeah.
greased the toast
Yeah,
by accident.
I'm gonna grab a pot. I'm gonna throw some water in it. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna bring that up to a boil. Okay, I'm gonna go get some of the hardtack we have. I'm gonna break that up. Okay, I'm gonna throw that in the water. I'm gonna let that thicken up. I'm gonna get a nice stew going with that. I'm gonna hit whatever kitchen we have left in the ship. I'm just gonna see what I got. Okay,
Hey,
and I'm just gonna,
Roll a
try to
survival check for me.
hey, Michelangelo, while Willie's working on this, is going to walk up to Willie and tap him on the shoulder.
Do you want in the stew?
Now, out of the blue, you're going to hear in your head, sushi, and then I'm going to rub my stomach. I'm trying to make reference to what you were talking about earlier. Remember what you were talking about earlier?
I will nod and get where he's going with that, and I'll take the 3 eel husks that I have left, and we'll crumble them up, and we'll put them into the stew mixture there. I'll be like, I'll nod, and I'll be like, I like where you're at. I like where you're at.
Hey, he's just going to smile and nod his head.
It's the best survival check I've ever made.
Very interesting. Say sushi. What is that?
While you guys are working around the campfire, Fitz, if you want to go ahead and talk us through that.
Basically, I'm just gonna grab the bodies and I'm gonna drag them towards the forest. I just kind of bury them a couple feet down, and then try to find a bunch of rocks and just kind of build a cairn over them, and then say
When
a prayer to Paylor.
I'm assuming that quick conversation with Willie was fairly quick, so I see Fitz trying to carry these bodies, right?
Yeah. I'm just basically tying a rope to them and
Yeah.
having Fluffy Butt drag them over there.
Well, I'll walk over and kind of motion towards the bodies, like I'm gonna do the hand motion, and then point at myself. I'm offering to help, is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. If you want to help, that'll save me some time and effort.
So I'll give Fitz a hand moving the bodies.
We don't want to attract any other predators.
If you said that, I'll nod my head.
And we also don't want any of their buddies to show up and be pissed that their bodies are laying here.
Alrighty. Willie, you're pretty sure whatever concoction you made over the fire is beautiful.
Hey, swapped ready, guys. Come and get it. Hot, and it won't kill you.
You said you used hardtack to kind of make a slop of some sort.
Yeah, it's like a stew almost. It's actually kind of historically accurate to what pirates might have
Okay.
eaten.
A gruel.
Yeah, it's like a gruel basically, because it's like the hardtack is just like baked flour bread that's like super thick basically. So it's just like you're thickening it.
All right.
Not a lot of meat in there. We got those husks, however meaty that happens to be. I would have got some gnome or something in there.
Well, you got
Yes.
that 60 pounds of Kendori meat, the space whale that attacked y'all.
I mean, if I think that would go good in there, I might throw some in.
You tell me, but you would definitely know that since you're the one who butchered it. So
Yes, I guess we did. That's not really. I think that you don't want a whale meat stew though. Just this is fine.
all right. Well, there's food there if anybody wants it. Otherwise, it's
Fitz will have a huge bowl of it.
okay.
Me too.
But before Michelangelo sits down, he wants to head into the ship where the crew is. I'm assuming it should be fairly easy to find them.
Yeah, they're not hiding or anything. They're just kind of sheltering.
Yeah. And if Baron is the first one I come to, are they sleeping?
No, they're awake. They're just kind of huddled,
Okay,
keeping themselves safe.
So I'll wave at Baron, and then I'll do the hand motion, like and then point outside.
Hey, food. I ate. And we already ate. We're not particularly hungry, but thank you.
And I'll just nod my head, and then I'll head back out to get a bowl.
Okay. Anybody up to anything else?
I'm gonna get a second bowl.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
So y'all get some food if you want, or go back to sleep if you want. Assuming you're gonna go back to the predetermined watch order. Once everything calms down, or people staying up. How are y'all running that?
Can I get the twisted ankle off? Has it been long enough, or is this something that's going to be stuck for a while?
It's an affliction. You'd need some rest and recuperation for it.
Okay.
Or time, just time in general. Not a whole lot, but some. More than the 20 minutes or so that's passed, 20, 30 minutes that's passed.
Okay.
May I investigate the area?
Are you looking for something specific?
I'm just making sure that while everybody's resting and kind of just having supper or not, that I don't hear anything around the area or there's nothing threatening.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check on that. And what were you going to say, Fitz?
I'm basically planning on finishing out my my shift, and then I'm going to just cuddle into Fluffy Butt and go to sleep by the fire.
Okay. Perfect. Pam, everything seems fine. You can hear the ambient noises, the birds and bees, so to speak, but you don't hear anything of warning or note.
How's the ship looking like? Have we made any progress on like?
Nope. There's a little bit of a barricade to kind of slow things down if they try to get in the ship after you guys while you're sleeping, but no steps have been taken towards repair.
Do we need anything special that we don't actually have to repair the ship?
Uh, time. Lots of time. It
Okay.
was discussed with the dwarves earlier that it would take you guys about 3 months working on that ship every day to get it fixed. So,
How about anybody goes to a town and kind of see if we can find anybody that can kind of expedite the situation?
you asking me or are you talking to the group?
I'm asking you.
You'd have to find a town and see what kind of services they offer.
Do we have any town from what it looks like close enough to us?
Not that you could tell. Zero signs of civilization in the Feywild.
How far away can I see?
Right now, about 90 feet.
Holly's gonna make it a mission to try to see in the woods if she can find anybody that can give us any extra help to see if we can get this fixed sooner.
Okay. You realize it's probably a task best left for morning when the lights are a little bit brighter and you can see farther.
Yeah, she's thinking out loud. Maybe like that's the plan. This is what she's gonna do instead of
Okay.
just sitting here useless. That's her mission. She's the one that wrecked the ship one way or another. She feels responsible for it and fixing it as fast as she can.
Okay.
Fitz will give her a thumbs up.
Okay.
Perfect. What's Willie up to?
Willie is, just kind of laying down on the ground up under this tree, kind of by the fire. He knows he's going to have his watch coming up here in a little bit anyway, so he's just sort of, weather's nice, he's asleep out here on the ground.
Okay. What about your Indris? It is your watch up after Fitz's, which would be about now. But anything else you're up to while you're awake?
Fitz?
Or not Fitz, your Indris. I'm sorry.
He is gonna walk over to that tree that's right there. He's gonna grab his battle axe and he's just gonna start smacking the tree over and over while screaming.
Go ahead and
And that's about it.
move your token to whatever tree you're talking about, because there's a lot of them. Okay.
The one Willie's under.
That's what I was thinking. That's the one I would have
There's
moved
no
to.
one right there.
Okay, so you're rage rooming, taking out the
Yeah,
aggression. Okay.
basically.
Okay. Not a problem. Uh, let's see. It's Yurndris's watch. Fitz is cuddled up with Sir Fluffy Butt. Sir Fluffy Butt doesn't have to sleep, so he's staying awake, right?
Yep.
Okay. And Willie, you're gonna try and get some rest till your watch, because you're last up, so you're like 4 hours out from your watch. So.
Yep. Sleep right here next to the fire, comfy on the ground. I got me like sticks I'm using as a pillow. Nice.
Okay. So Yurndris, go ahead and give me 2 perception checks at disadvantage because you're, exercising while keeping watch. And Fitz, go ahead and roll 6 perception checks for Sir Fluffy Butt. We'll just get them all knocked out right away. And do that one more time, Yurndris. Perfect. Thank you. 6. Perfect.
Wow. You didn't see shit.
Yeah, nothing really happened during Yurndris's watch. Miss Holly's up next, so Pam, go ahead and give me 2 perception checks. Yurndris, do you go back to Godric's room when your watch is up?
Yeah.
Okay. One more, Pam. Okay. Your watch goes off without a hitch. And Willie, you're last up. Go ahead and give me 2 perception checks. Beautiful. All right. So we come around to the end of Willie's watch. Nobody has noticed anything other than ambient noises. There's no strange movements or sounds or anything really of note. But that is going to bring us to morning. The colors in the sky start turning from that dark purple to a blue, kind of keying up to a lighter dawnish daytime color, and that is where we are going to cut it off for this week.
No.
It's 4 minutes till. I could get into the next day, but it's 4 minutes, so be enough for time for you guys to say you're gonna get up and eat breakfast, and then get into the day. So y'all get up and eat breakfast.
No.
But all right, guys, good good first afternoon in the Feywild. What are you thinking?
Man, fuck the
Holly's gonna go
Feywild.
away.
You know, I don't think in his selfishness Mike really thought about what this was going to do to Yendris.
Nope,
Yep.
Disappearing like that.
No.
Not at all.
he didn't.
Well, you throw a random man into a fucking group and take away somebody who he considered a close friend. He's gonna go back to his angsty teenage ways.
Oh, I'm sorry you didn't think of me as a close friend. Thank you.
I do
So
think
you
of you
only
as a
worry
close
about
Mike,
friend.
Godric.
Just
I'm sorry,
he's moody to everybody right now.
Mike.
He's
Now
the
I
one that didn't give a fuck about you and you were crying about your family. I was there, but he's your close friend.
okay. Now
Okay,
wait a
that's
minute. Now wait a minute. Now wait a minute. Now in Yurndris's defense, Yurndris did say one of my closest friends. That part right there clearly stated that you there's multiple close friends.
But it
He
also
will
didn't
apologize
specify if it was
eventually.
any of you or if it was somebody back home. So
My man had no
Willie
friends. He had his wife and
accepted
kids.
the turtle, okay? Willie, out of everybody that probably made him dinner tonight, accepted the turtle. Genders just walked away from it. Let's get that clear. The guy that would eat like fresh fucking eyeball rejected a really good stew with turtle meat, which is probably really good right now. Just saying.
whale meat, not turtle meat. Just clarify.
No, I think she's referring to when I first showed up and they were talking about turning me
That's right.
into. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my dog wanted attention. I half heard what was going
To
on.
be fair, though, you did look pretty damn tasty laying there on the ground.
Hey, you know what? I'm okay with that. I am okay with that.
I mean, turtle stew when it's made right, it's fucking awesome.
I just want to shout out
Dear, dear DM,
if you guys didn't zoom in on Michelangelo's token, Mike gave me the base picture, but I photoshopped the arms up and the yin and yang knuckle dusters on. It's not the greatest work,
that's
but
pretty
for
lit.
not being trained on Photoshop, I'm pretty proud of it.
That's
It
pretty
looks
lit.
awesome.
I want you to know I was sitting here looking at that and I was like, did that have hands on it? No. Look at that shit. Look at him. I'm like, put him up. Put him up.
Okay,
But it looks like
so
he's gonna fuck some shit up.
now that the cat's out of the bag, I'm gonna lay this much information on you guys. Like back at the beginning of our campaign,
The pilot
we were
episode.
running right. We were running multiple characters. This was my other character.
So what had happened is I couldn't find enough players for everybody to run one player and it be a full D&D party. So the pilot episode 1 was Pam as Miss Holly and Mike and Bane each running 2 characters. And Mike ran Godric and Michelangelo simultaneously. And they were on a mission to uh, get an information handoff from a spy and bring it back to their country. And then through the course of it was, hey, take her with. I'll explain in a follow up letter. So they brought her with, and that's how the party got started. And then episode 2, we had two new players join us. So then they picked which character they wanted and dropped the second one. Mike chose to stick with Godric.
Because there was no healing available in the group.
Like at all.
Right.
Well,
So
there was some. We had a bard at that point.
oh yeah, because
The
Kelly.
Aarakocra bard, yeah.
Yeah, Kelly, yeah.
Which we
So but
totally took the bird from the Disney animated Robin Hood movie, and that was his token as an Aarakocra
yeah, we
bard.
did.
It was great.
That's perfect.
If you look up Eric Croc, the pictures for those guys in the D&D books, they look nothing like that dude. But you know, Kelly loved it, and it was his character.
But
Well,
it worked
fair.
because it was the scene
Yeah.
where he was strumming on the lute and whistling. So and he
Yeah.
was an Aarakocra bard, so it was perfect.
That movie so much.
I do too. But that's where Michelangelo came from. Him and Godric
Yeah.
were buddies, and we'll get into his backstory as time progresses, maybe.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, we
So
should.
out of character,
So
you know it's not just some random fuckery. Which,
yeah.
even if it was, I allow that. If any of you want to swap up characters at any point, you just let me know. And with all this interdimensional rips and tears, you know, we can work it out, no problem. So.
Honestly, this is what me and Jacob discussed last week after our session, because I just wanted to throw something new and exciting into the mix, just to give you guys, you know, a little mix up on top of what we've been going through.
He wanted to monk around and find out.
Yeah, right. So I
will
hope our
tell you right
viewers
now.
enjoyed it.
I will tell you right
Yeah.
now. If we come across any werebears, Fitz is going to purposely get infected with that.
He got infected. It was a koala bear, though. I am so sorry. I did not read the fine print.
About to run a
You know
Lycan
what?
party. Let's go.
If it's a koala bear, werebear, I'm okay with that.
You know,
I will play him like Tommy Chong.
I heard Australia's got something that it's like a koala, but they call it a drop bear. It's like a koala that drops out of the trees and just beats on people. That would fit Fitz great.
Fun stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, next week's gonna be a lot of figuring out what the fuck you guys are gonna do, because it's on you guys at this point. So your homework is to think of what the hell you're gonna do to get out of this predicament between now and next Friday. Because I'm leaving it up
And
to you.
hopefully, Gendra's not kill Michelangelo, because right now he's really upset, and I understand. Like,
Anybody?
he thinks that he took Godric, which is understandable. And Holly, mind you, she feels that Godric's still alive, but she kind of says that to everybody without actually knowing if that's actually what happened due to the tower and her past and whatever the fuck she went through. So
I I personally really like the idea of Godric waking up in the tower and being like, "Oh, what the fuck, Willie?" As you pull a leech husk out of your fucking mouth.
yeah,
He will
yeah.
too.
That'd be some shit for sure.
I'm imagining him finally growing a luscious head of hair.
That's never going to happen. I can guarantee that'll never happen.
I thought about putting the belt of dwarven strength in just to see if we can get Godric to grow a beard. Like I give a fuck about the modifiers or anything else that comes with the belt. I just wanted to see if you kind of like season 1 of Critical Role. Their barbarian is a Goliath, and he eventually gets the belt and spends like 40 episodes rolling. He's like, "Is it morning yet? Can I roll for the beard?" And he ends up getting one eventually, but the first time he got one, the rogue snuck in and just shaved half of his face.
Oh,
Just half of.
Lord.
So he took charcoal the next morning and like drew it.
Well, I mean, it could be like a curse belt, and it could be moss instead of hair. It would make sense on a Goliath.
And I feel
Just,
bad for Fix because at this point he's like, I might have this daughter that God the fuck knows what the fuck she's been through, but I'm just gonna have to kind of trust her in the process just because she might be my daughter at the end of the day. Let's just hope that she means what she means and that fucking turtle over here it's not some evil creature and trying to like have any other intentions behind it.
well, to answer your question, Shenanigans, we got a question in the chat. She wants to know: is there a spell that makes body hair migrate north? I don't think there's a spell that would do that, but I would imagine a curse could essentially be
Well,
homebrewed for that.
you could cast Alter Self to give your Goliath hair, but that's not migrating hair. That's just generating an illusion.
Yeah, generally in men, hair tends to migrate the other direction.
Yeah.
Well,
It
she
starts
did
flicking off
follow
the
up
back
with
of the head and down your back.
she did follow up with I can imagine that dude wearing a sweater under the armor. So I think she's thinking like body hair going up north, but
Yeah.
no,
Goliaths don't have any body hair.
hair. Yeah. Yeah, we would literally have to come up with, yeah, like you said, alter self or a
But we could
curse.
chia pet his ass.
Yeah, he'd have to be a chia pet because he's made of rock. So
I mean, he could essentially find like a charm of alter self so he could keep it on him indefinitely. Something like that, which
yeah,
actually assumes a different form, so it's not even an illusion. It's almost like a shapeshift, which lasts
but
for an hour.
chia.
So,
Yeah, Shenanigans said, roll on forward laughing. Chia. Yeah, no, I kind of like the idea of Godric just being straight stone everywhere. So I have no intentions of finding one. Now, if it happens to him, that's up to the DM and his storyline. But I'm gonna hope not.
we'll see. I think you've 31 episodes in. I think you all should have learned by now that I'm pretty dang flexible with stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
I might twist it from your idea to kind of fit things a little bit, but for the most part, I'm pretty open to it. So,
Oh
Good
yeah,
stuff.
no. Well, I mean, you just jumped right on board and started coming up with ideas when I brought up the Michelangelo thing last week. So I'd
it'll
agree with that statement wholeheartedly.
it'll make more sense to everybody as it plays out. For
Yeah,
sure.
I don't want to ruin the rest of the storyline that goes along with this situation.
Yeah.
Well,
Everybody's just gonna have to show up every week and find out what's happening.
Hashtag foreshadowing.
Oh,
There you
no.
go.
well, I'll tell you, Fitz is praying his ass off to Paylor to try to get a message from Apollo about whether Godric is still alive or not, so that he can put Miss Holly's worries to rest.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
Find out.
All right, guys. Well, it has been a fun session. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the stream. Thank you, everybody who came to watch. I
Yeah.
super duper appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure you drop that follow. It's completely free to do so. And if you want to support the stream, you get your mom, your dad, your uncle, your best friend, whoever, to make a Twitch account and drop a follow. Like I said, it doesn't cost anything to make an account and follow somebody, but we get up to 50 and you guys can start assisting and or fucking with the players a little bit. I'm going to keep it a lot more manageable than DMDBI's stream. He kind of went off the rails with it a little bit, I think, but we'll get you guys some involvement, rack up some Nerd Force points, and cash in gift crits, gift fumbles, stuff like that. Think it's some fun stuff for you. So we'll see you next week, though. Day 2
Yeah.
in the Feywild.
And thanks, Dwight.
Bye, guys.
You're amazing too, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.